Malawi and boy.
Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's the Man City and Newcastle match reaction. We won 2-0. The reason why I'm smiling right now is because it was the first clean sheet in a long time. Man City haven't been keeping any clean sheets for a while. We've been letting in goals, but today it was very good. It was very, very good. First of all, I'd like to say rest in peace to the young girl who passed away, the City fan. My deepest condolences to her family and prayers to the family. And I appreciate the fact that it was in the 6th minute because I think she's 6 years old. The City fans at home clapped for her. So you know what? Once a blue, always a blue. And I pray for her and her family, and may she rest in peace. So, guys, welcome to the show. Let me just welcome a few of you. Solo says, "Big up, how you doing, Solo man? Hope you're having a good time, guys. Go and subscribe to Solo's channel." FIFA says, "Rest in peace to the poor girl. Once a blue, always a blue." Up the Blues says, "Hi Mills." Yeah, up the Blues, man. Look, to be honest with you, if you were to ask me about this game, I wasn't very positive for this game, to be honest. I was thinking that this game was going to be very difficult, and it was going to be very difficult because of the way Newcastle have been playing recently, and we all know that Newcastle have been good. They have been doing the utmost best. If we are being honest, to be honest, they've had a great season. I think this is to be honest with you, this might be one of the best seasons, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, one of the best recent seasons. So I actually thought they're gonna finish top 4 this season, but you never know. You never know. They might. So, guys, welcome to the channel. Drop a like before we move on. Drop a like. Okay, cool. So let's start off. I'm gonna start off on a few things. I've got a few talking points. I'm going to talk about Phil Foden. I'm going to talk about De Bruyne. I'm going to talk about Edison. Obviously, this was his 100th clean sheet. And this is I think out of 208 games, which is good. So 100 out of 2. And we're also going to talk about the team in general, and we're also going to talk about the title race because we were 2 points behind, and then now Arsenal won that game by the referee not blowing the whistle in time. So, guys, let's keep going. So let's start off with Phil Foden, man, who's if to be honest, he is the best young midfielder we have, or the best young midfielder in England. Phil Foden right now sits at 33 goals and 17 assists. Today, he scored another goal. What an incredible goal. The ability from this kid is amazing. I love that picture where the Newcastle defender is on the floor. He took the ball, and this is something we haven't seen in a long time in Man City. Most of the times, Riyad Mahrez and Jack, I don't blame them. They've been incredible. They usually pass the ball or they cut inside. It's a long time since Sané left, since Raheem left, but especially Sané. We haven't seen any player who's able to get the ball from close to the halfway line, dribble past players, and score. That was an incredible goal, and City needed that goal because things started very slow. So that was a good start from Man City. So Phil Foden, I'm very happy he's back, and I think him being back in this team will give us a few advantages. Passing seemed to be off from EDS. I'm not from the start. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. The passing was a bit off at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm saying that goal by Phil Foden was important. When the game started, the passing was not that great, to be honest. FIFA, you're right. They were passing the ball, but they were giving away the ball. City were giving away the ball. But you know what? It's Newcastle, man. They have the best defense in the league, so it was not going to be easy, to be honest. But my other player I want to talk about is Kelvin De Bruyne. I don't know if De Bruyne was having, I think he was having a day off because, to be honest with you, if there was somebody who had to get subbed, I think it had to be De Bruyne because, my God, he had a bad day. He had a very, very bad day. And oh, you mean Edison? Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. My bad, FIFA. De Bruyne had a very bad game. It was a very, very bad game, and I said it. I think to my friends, I was like, guys, I know that it's Kevin De Bruyne, but I think he needs to be benched. I was like, I think he definitely needs to be benched in this game because he's having a very terrible game. The game wasn't great. He was trying his best to pass. He couldn't even make just an easy pass. I'm not trying to rip into De Bruyne. I'm just giving feedback here, guys. So there's a difference because some people will obviously get pissed off. And will obviously get pissed off because they think I'm criticizing De Bruyne. No, I'm not criticizing him. All I'm saying is he didn't have a very great game, and I think being subbed off was the right thing. I think if it was up to me too, I was going to sub off De Bruyne, which came in obviously later on when they subbed on Bernardo Silva, who scored an incredible goal. Another assist by Haaland. I'm gonna bring in Haaland too in a few minutes. Another assist by Haaland. Amazing. To be honest with you guys, I know the game was not incredible. You could have seen from the game overall was not that great, but City were direct. For me, to be honest with you guys, Newcastle are a good team. And to me, I thought this was one of the games we're going to lose or draw. So when we came out fighting like this, I enjoy that. And as I said, I would rather play like how we played today. Yes, we had few missed passes, but we were aggressive and we were direct. I'd rather play like that and lose or draw. That's just me. I'd rather be direct and go again after the other team and lose a draw. The other thing is because when we do that control stuff, it works sometimes, or sometimes the other team just gives us the ball and let us pass it around, so which is not great at all. So for me, I enjoyed the football today. The directness of Phil Foden, the way Gundogan was direct, the way Haaland was causing so much trouble for the defense, for the Newcastle defense. Because let's not forget, as I said, this Newcastle defense has been the best defense in the league, and they were being caused trouble. Yes, I know majority of us are right in saying we had bad passes, but I like that. Take a risk, take a risk, risk it. I like what Foden did. Take the ball, run at defenders, not this. Let's hold on to the ball. It gets us in trouble sometimes. So let me welcome the Mancunian way and better game. Welcome, guys. Welcome to both of you. It was a good start. De Bruyne sub. I think De Bruyne was not having the best of games. So bringing in Bernardo Silva, I think for more legs and energy was good. What a direct winger. What a direct winger can do for a team. Rocket science. Phil Waterforden. We are lucky to have him. Imagine Grealish could do that. Let's not throw bombs at Jack. Jack was incredible. Also, Newcastle cheats. I don't understand what you mean by that. Patrick, it's obvious. KDB is on a massive decline. We have to think about a long-term replacement, maybe Foden. To be honest with you, Daniel, I wouldn't blame KDB if this is the time when he's not having the best games. He's having one game at a time or three games, good games at the time. I wouldn't. The man was carrying us at a point in time. He used to carry us on his back. So for him to start having few bad games, it happens with age. Like look at Gundogan. Today he was incredible. But he's also had seasons this season where we're like, oh my God, maybe it's time to part ways. These midfielders are getting older. You don't expect them to run and press like they used to. But De Bruyne, I think he will get there. What I'm looking for is when that Champions League hits, I want him to be instrumental in that Leipzig game because I know that against Leipzig, I was watching the game Leipzig versus Dortmund, what Jude Bellingham was doing. My God, we're gonna even talk about Jude, even though it's not a show about that. If our free kick should have been retaken. I'm not sure what you mean, but I hate the cherries. Oh, you're talking about Bournemouth. Massive decline for someone that has 13 assists in the league and this fan base, man. Yeah, AJ. Credit to Manuel Kanji, so underrated. Let's not forget he cost 14 and he was coming out as a pro. The fifth choice center back. I don't know. I have my reservations about Manuel Kanji because don't get me started. So welcome to the show, Veta. So what did you think of this game, man? I was just bigging up Phil Foden. That this is the reason why some of us were saying, please, when is Foden going to get back in the lineup? I think this is why some of us, I'm pretty sure, Martin, you remember every time people are like, oh, where's Foden? Where's Foden? I think people don't get how important Foden is in this team.
Mm-hmm. I think he's definitely been missed. And like you said, Patrick, we all have been asking when he's going to get back onto the pitch. Why did he get the start? Why didn't he get a sub on? And it's all come to light. Like I remember distinctly us all criticizing his performance against Liverpool when Milner was defending him. And we're like, why aren't you taking him on? Now, fast forward, present day, we've heard Pep talk about how He's been battling that ankle injury. And a player needs to have confidence in their body every action that they want to take. They know that they can trust the movement, and he just wasn't there. The fact that he's back, oh man, he's showing his quality instantly, and I think it's appropriate. It's a great reminder. We know our fan base can be reactionary. Foden, his quality has always been there, and also with regards to being a little too reactionary, KDB's quality is there as well. He just came over a sickness. Who knows how it's still messing with him, whether the lungs aren't there or whatever. KDB will be just fine. He didn't have the best of games, but it's not like he's on a decline. It's just a blip. And I love the performance. This when I saw the starting 11, I was like, okay, Pep. Whether it was a different 11, I would have been like, okay, Pep, let's see what happens here. And the performance that we saw, the fact that you mentioned right from the jump, the best attack against the best defense in the league, and it shows that the best attack won today. You're on mute. You're still. Oh, you're back.
Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. Sorry, I was clicking it. To be honest with you, and I'm usually honest. I was saying this is one of those games. Newcastle just came from a defeat from the final, right? They'll be so pumped for this, they'll be very pumped. They'll want to keep to go to sort of redeem themselves.
Yeah,
To be
like
honest,
an
they had
avenge game.
chances. So they had chances. Obviously, they missed them, and this shows why maybe they keep getting draws and they keep failing to score. But Martin, what did you think of the game overall, and what do you think of Phil Foden? Because I think he's very important for Man City.
I'm still shocked at Daniel's comment about Grealish. I think us in the stadium and people on the TV watch a different game because Jack and Phil were phenomenal today. The pair of them. Grealish and Foden ran the show today. Pair of them.
Do you want me to give you a simple answer, Martin? Martin, let me tell you something. The generation these days, or majority of people these days, what I've noticed is when you're doing a debate about football, or when you're arguing with them about a football player, I've noticed that old school thing where we could sit on TV, watch Zidane, who had very low stats. You know what I mean? Zidane wasn't scoring a lot of goals. He could score incredible goals, but by our eyes, Martin, we could see that Zidane is a baller, isn't it? The way he played the game. But people don't understand. If you look at Zidane right now and look at his stats, you'll be saying, why is this guy hyped? But that's what the generation these days does. It's just if you don't score and assist, they say you're not all that great.
I just thought Grealish. I mean, Foden, I've just given man of the match to, but I couldn't really split them. The goal gave Foden man of the match for me, but thought Jack and Foden, the two of them were just phenomenal today. The work rate, the running, the tackling, everything that just came out of them both today was just, and they both got a standing ovation off the crowd. We were singing both the names loud and proud today. I understand people think the atmosphere is crap, but anyway.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, and to be honest with you, with another thing about that atmosphere thing, because I was also having a debate with somebody. Do you know what makes me? Do you know what makes me laugh? I was watching a few games today, right? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any shoutings or nothing. But the thing is, what I have noticed is, as long as City keep winning and where we are, people will try use other small things to say, "Oh, look at the atmosphere, look at this." I think these days I just say it doesn't matter. I think it's just people nitpicking things. So I don't really care these days.
Yeah, do you know the thing with the atmosphere? The thing with the atmosphere is it's an English football situation. Like you just said, you go minus probably 2 or 3 grounds like Leeds or teams like that. It's quiet in every ground. Go to Anfield, go United. It's just quiet because, and not only that, it was an early kickoff. It was a really weird thing. Early kickoffs are always a bit like that, unless the derbies, the really weird early kickoffs. It's a weird thing, early kickoffs. I don't know why. Whether people have just got out of bed or what, I don't know. But it was, do you know what I like today? I mean, I've been listening to some Newcastle fan reactions, and I think I watched a different game. I've watched a different game because Newcastle United, did they have chances? Yeah. Well, I would call them.
They did, Martin. They had chances.
They did, Martin. They fluffed them. They fluffed the chances.
Yeah, but to me, I'd call them more half chances than I call them proper chances.
The Joe Linton one, he had to put that in the back of the net, though, because
there wasn't chances. There wasn't chances where Edison's making saves left, right. I wouldn't really say there were chances. I'd say there were more half chances than I would say chances. I really would. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I honestly thought it was a good footballing game. I thought it was a game. Newcastle, which surprised me a bit, didn't come and play a flat back five like they did at the Emirates. They came and they had a go. They came and they had a go. And I'll give them that. Yeah, they came and they had a go. Do you know what stood out for me was just the quality. You can see the difference in quality for me. If you look at Newcastle, and maybe I'm riled up because some of the comments coming out of Newcastle fans today is quite worrying. Some of the things they're saying about our football club. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I was talking to a Newcastle fan earlier at the game, and they were like, "We got beat against United, beat by Liverpool, beat by City," and he just openly said, "He said we're not ready for this level yet. We're not there yet. We're not at this level." And when you are in these situations, look at the bench. Bernardo Silva goes off for Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne did have a poor game. Is he in decline? No. Is he having an off season? Yes. He's having an off season. But he was poor today. Bernardo Silva comes on and he gave us that lift. Because at the time Newcastle were having a go.
Yeah, they're coming back in the game. They're coming back in the game.
Yeah, I think I don't mean, when I mean chances, they weren't making what I would call clear-cut chances. They were making sort of half chances. And I'll be honest with you, do you know what else I'd say today? I would say we defended quite well today.
Yeah, we did. To be honest,
I think sometimes
we had few moments. So we had few moments of lapse of concentration. But to be honest with you, you know what I just noticed the other day? I was busy giving a lot towards Akanji, Martin, and I noticed that, okay, I'm being a hypocrite here because I always tell people that let's give a player the first season. Akanji has been decent in his first season. The reason why we're putting pressure on him because he gave us a lot of decent games. You know what I mean? So Akanji, this is his first season too, getting used to a new league. So I think I'm just gonna ease off, but
I thought Akanji was probably one of our weaker ones today. I thought Diaz and Aki were rocks.
Akanji got better as the game went by, isn't it? He got better as the game went by, but the first half he was nervy.
Yeah, he had a few stray passes, but again, also when he had to be strong, I think he got isolated with Wilson on one of those, and he definitely made sure that he stood strong and then let the ball go out of bounds. Like, yeah, for all of our defenders, when the ball is passed to Akanji with regards to one-touch decisions, he's the one I think we're all most nervy about. But now the defense deserved that clean sheet.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it is. I think sometimes we need to prop our defense.
Go ahead, man.
I think we need to big up our defense.
Let's hype Edison. Let's big up Edison because this is 100 clean sheets. Yeah, 100 clean sheets now.
Well, we've actually broken 2 records today. 1,000 Premier League goals.
Wow.
1,000 Premier League goals. Bernardo's was the 1,000th Premier League goal at the Etihad. And the 100 clean sheets, which was the 3rd quickest in history to get to. 3rd quickest.
It's out of 208 appearances, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So he's got 100 clean sheets out of 208 appearances. Guys,
I thought his kicking was atrocious.
Yeah,
his
his kicking was
distribution
atrocious.
was awful today.
Yeah, it was a little
Sorry.
too.
But
When he,
I will say, I don't know if they showed it on the television. He was injured in the first half. I don't know how much they showed it. In the first half, he went up to punch. You know, when he punched the ball away from one of the corners,
Mhm.
he hurt his right shoulder because for about 20 minutes he kept rotating his right arm and kept going to his shoulder. And then because I was literally sat bang behind it, and we were all thinking he may be coming off here. He may be coming off at half time because he looked in agony, in absolute agony.
FIFA says atmosphere was good. Grealish was the man of the match, according to Emmanuel, but Foden got it from the goal. I just want to see Grealish run more into the box and take risks. Yeah, I think a lot of people, that's all they want to see. Jolinton, the cheat, would have been sent off. I thought De Bruyne was good. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Were you watching it live? I don't know. I don't know.
Disagree.
It's just that De Bruyne had a very difficult game, FIFA, if I'm being honest. And I said it in the group that I think it's good to sub him. I know he has his moments of magic, but sometimes this season I think subbing De Bruyne can be the best thing because some games you're like, I think Bernardo Silva can do something here. I think Alvarez can do something here. I think Riyad Mahrez can do something here. So sometimes it's good to change. What a change by Pep, because the Irish TV was saying, is Pep going to be man enough to sub De Bruyne in this game because De Bruyne is having a bad game? No offense. Ake was good. Ake has been brilliant. I think one of the best defenders in the league right now. One of the best left backs, to be honest, because this whole Luke Shaw thing, this Luke Shaw thing has disappeared. But Ake so far has been incredible. For a guy which many people are like 40 million is a waste of money. Where are you guys now? For, that 40 million looks like it's not a waste of money. And to be honest with you right now, if Chelsea start coming after him, I'm charging 80. I'm charging 80 for this guy. I'm charging 80.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
he's signing a new contract.
Yeah, but if somebody starts coming for Nathan Ake right now, you are definitely paying. You're definitely paying a lot. You're definitely paying a lot. And look at that, 81 wins out of 190 appearances. That's not bad. And I'm pretty sure the 74 losses are Bournemouth. You know what I mean? Majority are from Bournemouth, not him. So if we talk about it.
So, you know, another clean sheet. It's I'm just really happy with today because I think that there's not many. That was only their third loss of the season.
Yeah,
got to remember that it's only their third loss.
Yeah,
they've drawn a lot,
and they haven't shipped. You know, we have also broken the record of how many goals this season. What's his name? Newcastle has shipped because they have only shipped 2, so we've hit the maximum. They have 2 again, so they only keep shipping 2. So one team has only given them 2 so far. So it's not like a team that concedes. That they don't concede that easily. And to be honest, we're still going on a good record against them. To be honest, if you look at this, it's still a good record for Man City versus Newcastle. And the game was incredible. As I say, the first goal was by Phil Foden. The other goal by Bernardo. Let's not forget this man here, guys, who people say all he knows how to do is tap in and wait in the box. But look here, 25 appearances this season, 27 goals, 17 wins. But what I'm trying to say is keep an eye on this, Martin. This is a guy who they say he cannot do any playmaking. He's got 5 assists, Martin. 5 assists.
No, but you got to look at his work rate. I thought his work rate was phenomenal today.
And
do you know what I loved about him today?
Am I the one who loved his link up today? His link up play.
Yeah, his link up. I mean, that second goal, it was Grealish's driving run. You know, pass to Haaland, round the corner, Bernardo, see you later. And do you know what? What I loved about him as well. That tackle on Grealish, was it from Dan Burn when he just crunched him and went through the back of him, and Haaland's just squaring up to him like, come on then. I just loved it. It was like he's there, he's part of the team, and he loves it, and you can see he loves it. He's one of the last players off the pitch. He applauds everyone. He shithouser, excuse my language there, Pat. But he shouted at the end of the game for all them corners. He was smiling and laughing when we were getting like 4 or 5 corners in a row, he was smiling away at it all.
He loves it,
and I just love it.
That's what Pep said. Pep said Haaland doesn't just love scoring himself. He's like a fan. He celebrates the goals, and you can see whenever somebody scores, he's the first one to hug them. He is very happy, and he's so happy, like as if he's a football fan, like as if he's in the stands with us. Because you know what made me laugh today is when Bernardo scores, he didn't go to Bernardo first. He was like so happy. Then he goes to Bernardo, and Pep was like, "This is what I like about him. He's very happy, and defending Jack is good because you know what? For years, I don't know if you guys haven't seen this. Our team was sort of soft for years, and I don't know if you remember this, Martin, even Veta. During the Bernardo Silva times and them, they could have been chopped down. Our team was just peaceful, walking away. You know what I mean? We were getting pushed around sometimes. I like this new city where there's people who, when you bump at them, Haaland or somebody, Diaz or somebody comes in and say, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? I like a bit of fire because I remember there was a Man City where Raheem would just fall. Like Sunday would fall, they would just walk away. Okay, I'm not trying to say that they're cowards. No. It's just that we had too much peace. I think that time we were also too nice. Let's be honest.
It was a matter of it was a matter of you know what? I see what you're doing. I'm going to punish you with. I'm going to punish you with goals. I'm going to punish you with.
You need this side. I think you also need this side.
And we've had that mentality. We've had that presence before, right? With Zabaleta, with Fernandinho, even with. Yeah, with company, and even when we want to look at things, the fact that we have Diaz, we have Haaland, we have Walker, who's going to make sure to defend any player out there as well. I think it's going to spill over, and a lot of players know, like you don't take any cheap shots at any of us. I do want to say this, and it does drive me crazy. When Jack is past the player with speed. The only way he's coming down is when he's getting clipped, and he's getting clipped from the defender because the defender realized I'm at a disadvantage. He's now chasing, like going down.
Trippier did that purposely and smiled. You saw that?
It happened, yeah, and it happens way too much. And I feel like refs are being like, "No, I'm not going to give you a yellow this time." Although I know you did it purposely, although I know City now had the advantage in terms of attack, I'm just going to call a foul. It drives me crazy because they get away with too many against him.
Jack Grealish must be the most foul player, Vader. He must be the most foul player on a football pitch this year.
He is.
Because that's all anybody does to him. They just kick him.
It's hard to get the ball off him, though.
Yeah. But this is what gets me. I know what fans are saying. They want him to drive more. But when he does drive more, they take out both his legs. So he's probably like, I can't win here because when I do go driving forward, they basically 2-foot tackle me. And it happened again today. I thought Newcastle lost their heads in the last 15 minutes because I thought they just started kicking everything that moved in the last 15 minutes. And I thought I was quite upset with how some of the tactics they were bringing out.
To your point, when we started applying the same physicality to them in the corner with when Haaland was taking the ball from KDB in that corner, from Grealish in that corner, and Haaland was essentially just out muscling whoever came to try to dispossess him of the ball. I think that's another part of why they were like, we're getting bullied out here. We're getting embarrassed, and then they kind of lost.
And you know what? That's another thing. That's another thing I loved about. That's another thing I loved because Haaland, right? Haaland most times when people think that he just stands there, which he was sometimes, he was getting a bit lost. But now I'm loving these physical battles or bumping the players or trying. Like today's link up was one of the best I've seen from him, and you can tell what he's working on, and you can tell he's blending into the team, and maybe you can tell what's been worked on the ground, because he said it in the last game that we talked to each other. I wasn't happy in a few things, but we talked to each other. We sorted out in the playground. Let me just see here in the playground, in the training ground. And there was a moment where Foden took the ball down with his back heel. This is what Neymar does. Foden is special player. He has to start every game. Believe it or not, I spent 20 minutes today arguing with a United fan, a friend of mine, saying Garnacho is better than Foden. I was like, my God, these United fans, man.
Hey, by the way, sorry, mate. What side did Foden play on tonight? today?
The right-hand side.
Oh, there we go. What me and you've been saying for months and months and months.
We have, and you know what, Martin, thank you. Remember when you and me were discussing it, we were saying, guys, we love the fact that Foden is left-sided and he's on the left. But when he even shoots from the left, it's as if it's a struggle. You've seen that. He hits it in a very weird way. Sometimes he hits the post.
So comfortable on the right.
But once he gets on the right with his left foot, he hits it, and he hits it so good. Look at this. Do you know that it's 3 goals in 4 now? Since his return. 3 goals in 4.
He sorted his injury, sorted his head, he's back.
I just feel like, remember from the beginning of the season, Martin, I think you also say, I don't know if it was you or somebody said, they read somewhere that the use of Foden is going to be on the right more this season. It's going to be mostly on the right-hand side. It worked out against United. He was there on the right-hand side. The thing is, just go back and see Foden's performances on the right-hand side. It's a win, and it's a win. It's a very good win, and it's big teams. Dortmund, right-hand side. PSG, he was swapping with Maris sometimes, going to the right-hand side. Like his performance, his goal against Dortmund when we were 1-1, right-hand side. Liverpool, remember how he sliced Liverpool apart, right-hand side. I just feel like he seems more comfortable. He seems sometimes to struggle a bit at the left. I loved Foden as a false 9. Some people didn't. I used to love him as a false 9. I think he was menacing. Another thing I saw today, Martin, I think you're going to love this one. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a moment where Jack started hanging out down the middle of the pitch as a midfielder. He was just down the middle for a while. He was sort of just sitting there, and Bernardo Silva drifted this side. Somehow, Jack just looks like De Bruyne's replacement when he sits down the middle.
Jack was everywhere today.
Yeah, because
Jack
the passes,
was everywhere.
The passes he threads down the middle, he's a threat. You can't touch him down the middle. And when he's coming out, he's a threat. I just hope we get that very soon. The 3rd quickest keeper in history of the Premier League to reach 100 clean sheets behind Czech and Ederson. Ederson is doing well. Ederson deserves more respect. I get he's isn't the greatest shortstopper, but he's so important to the way we play. I'm just actually arguing with somebody on Twitter about Ederson, believe it or not. Big up, Patrick. Big up to you, AD. Ake has been our best defender this season. He has to be in the top team of the season if he continues this way. But just watch, they're going to put Luke McDonald show. Ake wanted to leave because of his game time, but he starts pretty much every game now. Why would he leave? I don't think he's going to leave anyway. Newcastle were very dirty today. You're right. Haaland is a robot. Yeah, that's what they say, but Haaland's overall play gets better every single day, and he will only get better. Can you imagine this? Let's stay on Haaland. I know we talk about Haaland a lot. Veta, this is the beginning, right? Veta and Martin. This is where Haaland is embedding himself into this City team. Can you imagine next season once he settles in?
Yeah, this is what I've been saying. Rivals need to get in all of their sly, all of their slick talk, all of their he's not this type of striker now. Get those tweets out now, because you're not seeing him fully vetted in, fully fit into City. And again, what you're claiming, what you're criticizing him of, is still ridiculous when you look at what he's been able to produce. It's phenomenal what he's been able to do, and it's not even a year with the club. I don't get how rivals are criticizing this man. Yeah, it is months, and it's a thing too where, one, you can have your agendas, you can have your points of view, but he on that pitch today, he had the attention of 2 center backs constantly, every time. And no, I give mad props to Newcastle, because they have 2 very strong, very tall, and they play physical. Those 2 center backs, the way they were defending against Holland, were very physical, and they made the day long for him. But it spoke to his quality, because he was fending them off. He had to get neck tackled a few times. He had to hold up the ball and play it off for teammates, and resulted in an assist. Rivals, get your slick talk out now, because Holland's going to embarrass you even more next year. Keep saying that he can't do this. Keep saying that he can't do that.
It's going to be incredible. That's the funny thing, isn't it? It keeps changing. The goalpost keeps changing. Oh, he can't hold the ball, or he can't assist, or he can't do that. It keeps going. Let's skip
He
that.
always
Okay.
will. He always
my
will, James.
laptop keeps freezing. I don't know why.
You're good
They'll
now.
never be happy though. They'll never be. And you know what? That's the funny thing. That's the
No,
funny thing.
no,
It's
no,
his
no.
first season, and he hasn't.
7 months. 7
Keep
months.
going.
7 months.
Oh
he's been
yeah,
at
he
Fair.
doesn't even been a season.
And this
He hasn't
is
even
what
been a
he's
season.
doing. Crying out loud. I'm just imagine when we get going, when we've got the new players in, and yeah. And I'm not even going to mention them down in North London. Well, I will, because I'm telling you now, they can have their 97th minute winner. At the end of the day, they can have all they want. For me, I am seeing cracks. I'm seeing cracks. And I'm telling you now, if we continue the way we're going, this title is ours. This three-peat is on. Because I'm telling you now, they struggled today.
The whistle won't help. The whistle won't help you at the Etihad. That's what I'm saying. That whistle won't help you.
They've still got to go to Anfield. They've still got to go to St James's Park. They've still got to play Chelsea. They've got some major hard games coming up.
Yeah.
And they've got more injuries. Trossard's out injured now. I'm telling you now, let them celebrate down in North London, because Gary Neville hit the nail on the head. They're running on pure emotion at the moment. You saw the scenes at Villa. You saw the scenes today. That emotion will run out soon. They'll drain themselves. There is still 13 games to go in this league. That is 36 points. And we're only 5 behind them. And we've got to play them yet. I'm telling you now, they may have big egg on their face.
They will, and you know what I'm saying. That's the thing. If a Bournemouth team that's half decent, they're not even half decent. They're not doing great. Was able to counter you and rip. They're not half decent. Yeah, they're just at the bottom of the table. We're able to rip you apart. I think these away games to Newcastle, to Man City, to Chelsea, to City. These away games. This is not Bournemouth, and the City and these other teams don't need
Liverpool.
Yeah,
got to go to Anfield Park.
Yeah, they don't need to waste time, because that time wasted is because Bournemouth was time waste. Teams like other teams on time waste. So I'm just saying, and you know what, the ref, I'm watching you. You had the whistle in your mouth, and okay, grand. The beautiful scene at the corner. Yeah, that was beautiful by Haaland. You were at the stadium, Martin, weren't you? When Haaland was doing the whole shithousey by the corner.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans saying Zinchenko is better than signing than Haaland. Yeah, that was rubbish. That was probably the most delusional thing I saw.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
33 goals and 5 assists already.
Destroyed him.
Yeah, 33 goals and 5 assists already. This is insane. I expected 30 goals. He's about to score 50. I won't be surprised. There's some games, there's some stat pad in games I've already counted on the kind that I hope his stat pads at the Etihad. Ever since Pep called us the Happy Flowers team, we have stepped up for each other and look more hungrier for the title. That's true. City till we die. Big up to you, Charlie. Everyone wrote off Grealish in his first season. I've stuck with Jack all the way. I knew it would come good. Never write a player off. Grealish is the glue to this Man City team. That's the reason why I'm still having hope on Gomez and Phillips. We're still going to have a Gomez and Phillips return very soon. Patrick, that poor cannot be serious. There is only one answer for Foden. Exactly. That's the reason. There's only one answer for Foden. Man of the match is Foden. No negotiations. I did that purposely. Foden right wing is different gravy because he can cut in. That's true. Cheating Newcastle, I hate them. FIFA is not happy. Free kick should have still been taken. Newcastle is gas. FIFA is gas. Where does Spider-Man play and when? He played in the last game, didn't he? He played in the last game.
He played at Bristol.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he will be coming in. Alvarez will be coming in certain games. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Alvarez comes in for what's this game? Leipzig. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays in the Leipzig, because Leipzig. I was watching the game versus Dortmund, Martin and Vetter. That Leipzig team we played, Martin. When you attack them, Dortmund was attacking them. My God, the defense looks terrible when they attacked. It was like hoofball and let's get the ball out. Like I've noticed when they get attacked, they can. It's just when you give them time, even the announcer say, this is Leipzig, this is the issue they have. When you give them time, they play football. They can play football. But he says, when
do you know what I think about Alvarez?
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I honestly see Alvarez maybe going in that number 10 role. for the
behind
moment.
the striker. Behind the
Yeah,
striker.
for the moment. I just think at the moment, and this is no slant on the lad. I think as a striker, I don't think he's strong enough within the Premier League. I think he gets knocked off a little bit too easy. I would have him just behind the striker. I honestly think that's where he could do his most damage.
He's always played as a second striker or cutting
I
forward.
would have him just behind. Because I'll be honest with you, this is not going back to KDB. He's on a decline. He's not, KDB, we forget, he's 31, 32. He isn't going to be the Kevin De Bruyne we all remember forever. He's not Luka Modric. He's not going to be going at 37. His body's clearly just not capable of doing that. Sometimes we've got to be honest. I'm not saying it's finished, but does Kevin De Bruyne have to play every single game now? I mean, does he have to play every single game?
I don't think so.
Can we not use Alvarez in that role?
I think Gundogan and him. I think Gundogan and him. If you've noticed, Gundogan when he gets a rest, like he got the rest in the last game. Did you see it today? Incredible. I've noticed these two. I think have to be rested and played. You get it, Martin? You rest them and play them. And I think the team is, yeah, you have to, because I think the team with Alvarez, when he comes into that midfield, I think they're capable. Or this Jack midfield thing, I'm sorry, I'm still calling for it. I think he would do great in that midfield. I think this Jack, not the first one. I think he's learned in this team that you need to track back. You need to sometimes be physical, because before he wasn't tracking back that much. I think we're saying, oh, he's not tracking back. Mahrez is Mahrez. We'll get who Mahrez is. Another clown calling himself a ref, especially the Arsenal one. Now, Bruno Guimaraes said, for me, he is a genius and the greatest coach in history. Did you see Pep gushing over Bruno Guimaraes in the press? He's like, this DM is incredible. I like this DM. Haaland carried Dortmund to DFB Pokal. What was Kane? What has Kane the loser done? Kane has done nothing. Off topic, but Spurs, people are laughing. You know what? The funny thing about Kane, all week he's been posting pictures. We were getting ready. Have you seen them? I was commenting on them. He's like, we're ready, we're ready. Kane is such a loser. Don't give Newcastle credit. There's a basketball team, the Newcastle Giants. That's gas. Let's get Mbappe. I wouldn't like Mbappe with his attitude of thinking he's the best. The run in begins in April. Okay, good. Zeni is a passion merchant. That will cost Arsenal. I'm all for it. He was being pressed today. Arsenal don't convince me recently. A late winner is great, but I didn't watch the game because I thought it's an easy 4-0 at home for them. I agree with Martin. I see cracks. Yeah, it's not, they're not doing great. You know what satisfied me about that game better? It was at home. That's why it satisfied me that at home they were losing 2-0. Arsenal have Fulham next away. Marco Silva was licking his lips watching Arsenal today. I wouldn't doubt. I would be licking my lips too, because Fulham are not Bournemouth. Martin, Fulham are not Bournemouth. Fulham away.
No, but Bournemouth have been slapped by everyone. Bournemouth have literally been slapped by everyone.
Yeah,
the thing is,
they are slapped by Liverpool. Like, was it 9 or 8?
Yeah,
Liverpool to start them with a very high margin. Yeah, we just have to be consistent and win our games. Let's focus on Crystal Palace away.
It was like,
Crystal Palace. Okay, go ahead. Peter.
Yeah, like just with regards to that last comment, we obviously need to continue to just focus on our matches, right? We know what we have to do with regards to the quality that we have, how we need to approach these games, and we handle business. The games, I think, are going to be probably every 4 days moving forward, so we just got to do our thing. It's great. It's great. I expected Arsenal to get their 3 points, so it was never we're gonna close the gap on them. It was a surprise to see them go down so quickly, but I never really expected us to gain anything from this weekend, right? But it would have been bonus had it happened. I say all that because what Bournemouth did can be easily replicated from the remaining teams that Arsenal are going to face. If you're going to have that difficulty with regards to teams that are going to be very defensive, very play with maybe 4 or 5 at the back and be that sound defensively and look to catch you on the counter, Fulham's going to look to do that. Crystal Palace, when they face them, is going to look to do that. Your opponents moving forward are going to look to do that. Had Bournemouth had a little more clinical quality had they had a little more quality on the bench, or even were more patient, had showed composure in that final third with those final passes, it would have been a different story. I think Arsenal, you deserve to be celebrating and happy for that win. But at the same time, you should have your eyebrows raised and wondering, questioning a little bit. If we continue to play like this, we're in trouble.
Yeah, especially against quality. Let me just read this. Is that Martin or Kelvin Keegan? Love it. Love it. Love it. I would. That's why. Okay. So, Patrick, thank you. I watched the Dortmund Leipzig game as well. Leipzig couldn't cope with Dortmund's balls in behind. We have to attack them at the Etihad, and Kunku injured again. Yeah, I noticed that. And that's something we didn't have because De Bruyne wasn't there. Every ball in behind Leipzig were in trouble. The keeper saved them a few times. And obviously, Dortmund were missing. But every ball in behind was an issue. And for Leipzig, which have been hyped up, they've got one of the best defense in Germany. It didn't look great. It didn't look great at all.
How did Bellingham play? Because I didn't watch it.
He was amazing. You know what? It's the price. I don't agree with this 150. But what I saw from Jude, Martin, is if Jude goes, Dortmund is finished. What I mean by that is Michael Royce is not the same guy anymore. Martin, there was a point in time when, you know, that De Bruyne 2017 pass where you're halfway line and you thread the ball to somebody. Jude, that's what he was doing the whole game. He wasn't playing, he wasn't attacking that much. He was laying deep and he was threading balls in behind. That was his duty. And the passes he was given, I would understand why a lot of teams are looking at him. And
that's why I said I think he could be the KDB replacement. He could be a transition guy.
Yeah,
if we get him. And I'm still saying if. Still saying if because you know Liverpool are still in for him as well.
Yeah.
So I suppose we'll see in the summer. But whoever gets him is getting a very, very talented boy. A very talented boy.
Yeah, he's very talented. That's my point. KDB can still be great, of course, but he can't play every game. Oh, big up to you, man. Mbappe wants out of PSG, though. I think he's going to Madrid. We all know that. Hey, Luca, congratulations on your win. Can we get Mitoma? Another day. Did you see what Mitoma did to the what game were they playing? I was seeing the highlights. Did you see what Mitoma did to the whatever defender, the other team?
No, I
don't know what team. They were playing against another team. Oh my God, he got a penalty, but this skill, Martin, this Mitoma guy, I know he started dribbling. This skill where he pretends as if he's about to go like this side and goes like this. Defenders can cope with it. But you know, Brighton, if you want to get Mitoma or any player out of Brighton, you are definitely going to bleed. Jude Bellingham was good, but for me, Julian Brandt was the best player on the pitch. Julian Brandt is wanted by Arsenal. Arsenal want him for next season. Mitoma is in City level. How old is he? Again, he's 24, 25. Big up, bro. How you doing, man? Imagine on the left, and Foden on the right. This would be disgusting. It would be disgusting. Some people don't rate him, but I rate him highly. Big up, guys, from London, Canada. Veta knows. Ha ha ha. Great results. 100%. We are winning the league. Arsenal aren't that good. Yeah, Blue says Mitoma. Yeah, I also rate Mitoma. Some people don't, though, but I rate him. Imagine Mitoma on the left and Foden on the right. That'll be disgusting. That'll be amazing. So, guys, that's the show. Any other things from Veta and Martin? Any shows, you guys? Any shows that are coming up, Veta and Martin?
Yeah. I've got one tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time, and let me see if I can do this. 9 p.m. UK time, Say Intelligent Agendas, and we're going to be talking about fans, lack of patience, fans support, fans acknowledgement and encouragement. We're going to be dealing with it all, and we're also going to be putting to rest some of this nonsense with regards to the larger fan bases happen to be the ones with the largest social media accounts, Instagram and Twitter. Let's stop it. Let's stop all this. But yeah, thanks for having me on the show, man. 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna tackle the fact that fans fighting against each other. Anyway, okay, cool. So let's move on there. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to Veda Games there. Subscribe to Veda Games. Martin, any shows you have?
Yep, 10:30 tonight. Live match reaction. We're going to talk everything Manchester City and Newcastle United. Yeah, should be a good one. Looking forward to it. And I'm hoping to get a couple of Newcastle fans on as well.
If you find them. If you find them. I had to throw that in because Newcastle fans, we were friends. We were looking out for you as the big brothers, but you're moving mad. I saw some of you Newcastle fans when they say City is getting investigated by the Premier. I want comment. Just wait. Everybody has that time. I want Leo. I just don't think Leo will come at City. I'm sorry. I think
I'm afraid Daniel's going to be very disappointed in that one.
Yeah, the guy from Napoli. I think that guy from Napoli would be expensive. You guys know the history between Man City and Napoli. Jorginho, Koulibaly. You know yourself.
You're going to be very disappointed in that one as well.
Yeah, HH wants to talk about De Bruyne tonight. He has a massive agenda. Yeah, I saw that he's making a special show on De Bruyne tonight. By the way, Veta, everyone tune in tomorrow night to Veta. I'm going to be there. I think I'll definitely be there because I think I'm working in the morning. So definitely that's going to be my premiere and my debut. So guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. Support the channel, subscribe to the channel. I know I was gone for a little while, and I see some of you guys sent me DMs asking where I was, but I'm back right now. Let's continue going. The next game is Crystal Palace versus City. Then after that, I think it's Leipzig, or is it Burnley? I don't know any of the two. I am more looking forward. Yeah, Leipzig. I'm more looking forward to the Leipzig game, to be honest with you. And after what I saw with Dortmund, I think if De Bruyne comes in firing and starts hitting the balls in behind, I'm telling you, Leipzig will leave with a lot of goals. So anyway, and Nkunku is injured again, Veta. Nkunku limped out again.
Okay. I mean, you'd never wish injury on anyone, but one less weapon for them is better for us. So.
Nkunku is
bad. He's dangerous. Every time he comes dangerous.
He's very dangerous. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. And don't forget, go and watch Martin's show at 10:30 today, Mancunian Way, and Veda Games show tomorrow. And show these two people support, guys. Appreciate your support, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you back.